Hello and welcome to Astrology for Mystics. I am your host, Jennifer Jennings. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I go over the new moon in Aquarius forecast for all astrology signs, including your rising sign. So, when I say the sun and the rising, I am talking about your sun sign and the sign that you rise with. When you are first born, you rise with a certain sign on the horizon, and that is what I am going to be discussing with this forecast. So, welcome, hang out, get comfy, all that good jazzy junk. We are going to start this forecast with Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is innovative, Uranus is liberating, it has the gnosis. It wants to be in groups. It wants to be on video. It wants to be an astrologer. Aquarius is astrology. At the same time, Aquarians like their solitude as well. Aquarius is all about change, disruption. It likes to be assertive. It is the water bearer of truth. The truth, the spirit of truth pours into that vessel, creating a electrical energy, a force with wisdom. The sun and the moon will be conjunct, as like all new moons are. The sun and the moon are always conjunct with a new moon. They're in conversation. It's like the mom and the dad hanging out, having a conversation about the kid, which is Mercury. This new moon is happening, like I said, in your first house with Aquarius, Aquarius risers. The conjunction with Pluto, Mercury, the sun, the moon, they're all in conversation, and there's a lot of transformation. There's a lot of transformation with groups, with networking. There are new friend groups, new associates that you may encounter during this period of time. Anyone that has the 951 in their chart will feel it the most. The new moon in Aquarius will seek to not just bring changes, but this is a time period where we can all collectively expect the unexpected. For Aquarius risers, Aquarius sun, Jupiter is going to be in a good standing with you. Jupiter will be trining the sun and the moon. And what this means is that there is an opportunity to relieve yourself from any groups that bring you down, any groups that would seek to keep you in a juvenile state of being, a state of thinking. Because Jupiter in Sagittarius is its home ruler, but Jupiter in Gemini is not the home ruler. It is actually the opposing sign. It's like the professor going back to grade school. That's what it feels like for Jupiter to be in Gemini. So just be sure that those groups that you are hanging out with will definitely be able to enhance your intellectual ability and your communications rather than bringing it down. For my compassionate, intuitive Pisceans, the new moon is going to take place in your 12th house. And so your dreams will be prophetic. The communications, the networking that will be taking place with a lot of energy is going to be in that 12th house. If you rise in Pisces, if your sun is in Pisces, just know that this is going to be a time period where, like all of us, we are going to have to make sure that those groups that we are a part of are facilitating great changes within ourselves, in our inner world, as well as the outer world. We want to make sure that our dreams our hopes and wishes for the future are not dreamy, but they are realistic. And the realistic, mystical side of us, Pisces, is very hard. It's difficult to understand what is real and what isn't, what is sustainable and what isn't sustainable. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune, Venus, the North Node, Saturn, that is all in your rising, and your sun sign is in conversation. Acceptance is the key word. Accepting what is. And when you really need to get away into that mystical, intuitive side, just be sure that the weight of Hades is fated with you in a good way, rather than bringing you down into a depressive state. You want to make sure that you are going down memory lane in a way that is productive. Making money isn't all that easy for Pisceans, for those that rise in Pisces. The giving of service can easily be the weight, because your compassionate nature can cause you to be elusive. This is the time period where you want to go into a depth of introspection. And it's okay if you want to be in your own world. Now for my feisty and courageous Aries. Oh, Aries, this new moon is taking place in your 11th house of groups, how you bring in money. And there is a transformation that is available to you during this new moon lunar cycle. Aries, you are a fiery, courageous, initiating energy, and you are going to be interacting with groups, setting new intentions with groups. You will be having these opportunities to associate with new people, a new way of bringing in money that can help transform everything that you would like to do with your children when summertime hits. This is going to be a good time period for you to set intentions with your social circle. It's totally possible that in the past, bringing in money has been critical for you. There has been a lot of limits and obstacles, things of the past coming up where you're not able to really get into the way that you really truly want to bring in money. Maybe you need to be innovative and liberate yourself from the past in order to move on into the present. Maybe you need to seek new groups to hang out with, new associates. It's just something to think about, Aries. Taurus and Taurus rising. Guys, this new moon is going to take place in your 10th house. And this is about your public image. It is about your career. Uranus has been traveling and is going to station where you rise, where your sun sits. There is going to be the shakeups that have come to you in the past, possibly health issues, is going to push you forward and will bring you into a new way of being with your career and the networking, the online networking. Things of the past that have affected you should start to subside. Because as Uranus stations direct on the 29th, it will then be moving forward. No longer will it be in the past. Your values, everything about your values will be changing. So set those new intentions for what you want and not what you have been through. Because Taurus is about what you own, your possessions, your legacies, the wealth. It's also about sore throats, thyroid problems, things going on with your hormones. So it could be that there's been problems in the past. Keep it moving forward. For the Gemini risers, guys, this is going to be taking place in your ninth house. So it's about long travels. It's about the transformation of long travels, setting new intentions with a higher learning. Maybe you want to take a new course in astrology, a new course in any type of philosophical, religious, cultish, occult type of thing. Maybe you want to set these intentions with a lot of energy, working toward your friend groups and teaching your friends, new associates that can come to you and work for you rather than against you. Because Jupiter has been expanding your first house, Gemini risers. It's been expanding that first house, and the juvenile way of thinking and being is what Jupiter is trying to teach you with your groups, with your friend groups. Geminis cannot figure out what role, what part to play. So a Gemini will play all roles because they cannot decide. And so with Jupiter expanding the thinking and the communication with you, Gemini, this is going to be a hell of a year trying to make sure that you are staying focused and not allow all the chatter to drown the logic, and to really hone in on a specific area in which you can set a new intention to bring innovation onto the scene. Oh, my emotional cancers. Those of you who have Cancer rising, Cancer sun, the new moon is going to be in transit in your eighth house. And eighth house is where you will want to have these intentions surrounded by things that are hidden at home, things that are hidden with mom, things that are hidden that can bring deep and profound introspection, where you are able to transmute it into something so much greater. So you want to make sure that your intentions are for the future. It has not been easy for you, Cancerian risers, with Mars, Hades, and Kronos in Cancer. There's a huge weight on your life path having to do with everything health, having to do with the pituitary, the digestive system, the genealogy, home, property, things of that nature. I would say it's probably been pretty hard for the Cancerians, but there will be a new opportunity to seek out groups who can aid in the spirit of truth with their gnosis in regard to death and rebirth and regeneration. Those of you who rise in Leo or are a Leo sun sign, the new moon is going to take place in your seventh house of relationships and partnerships. This is where your most profound relationships are. And so set new intentions with friendships, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend. Go on a date. Do something that will set your future up in a good standing, in a good light. Because the transformation that is coming with you and groups will allow you to shine the way that you really want to shine, Leo. Just make sure that your pride does not get in the way. Make sure that your need for attention does not get in the way of the group's goals, of your partnerships in work or your partnerships in love. Just make sure that you are able to see the bigger picture and to incorporate the all. For my Virgo risers, this new moon is going to take place in your sixth house of health, in your everyday. So that means that you want to set new intentions for your health. I know that you want to fix, manage, and control everything about the future and that future body. So make sure that you do set new intentions for your health and seek groups who will amplify your goals, the goals that you have set before you, and any type of job that you would seek now. If you are in between jobs, any job that you would seek now, you will want to make sure that they are with new type of associates that come from all different walks of life. So you want to make sure that you don't alienate people based on their income or what they look like, because you just never know. You just never know. They could be an angel in disguise. Libra and Libra risers. The new moon is going to be in transit in your fifth house of creativity and children, romance. So make sure that everything that you are doing creatively is surrounded by future goals. The way that you create right now is fun loving, right? It's fun loving and it's about groups. It's about the groups and the networking. Maybe you want to go skating. Maybe you want to join a new art group. Go to an art gallery, just something that is involving groups and is transforming with what you are doing in the future as a hobby. Maybe your new intention is to go to a concert. But this is definitely going to be taking place in your fifth house of kids and the way that you create and your creativity. Scorpio risers. The new moon is going to be taking place in your fourth house of home. Maybe you want to find a new place to live. Maybe there is new discussions with groups surrounding your family, your home life, your property. The new moon in the fourth house, Scorpio, you will want to make sure that the flame of life that you are now dealing with Vesta and the wisdom and these relationships that are coming to you one after the other, these relationships seek to take you higher. Scorpios, maybe you even want to think about working from home, being innovative, being different, liberating yourself from the everyday and the mysteries that are surrounding what it is that you want to do in the future. Sagittarius, Sun, and those who rise in Sagittarius, there has been some divine justice taking place with you. A lot of higher learning has been taking place as well. Long travels. Things that are taking place with these long travels could even be a flat tire, But the new moon is seeking to expand and enhance your communications, your neighborhood. Maybe you want to seek out new groups to associate with, to learn from with communications. Anything having to do with communications is where this new intention is coming to you, with Pluto transforming these communications. The new moon here in the third house is also about siblings. It's how you think. It's how you communicate, right? So it's how you communicate and think with your siblings, with your grade school, childhood friends. Maybe you will reunite with a childhood friend. Whatever you do, just make sure, like everyone else, that your intentions are good and they are in line with your future goals. Capricorn, Capricorn risers. Guys, you've been getting a little bit of shaky shake going on with Palace. And there's been a lot of desires for structure. I get it. This new moon is going to be taking place in your second house of values. So it's about your values. It's about how you bring in money, but it's also the values of your possessions, the things that you own, what it is in life that you truly value. So you want to set new intentions about your value system. Is your values in line with your future self? And if it's not, then that is where you need to make these changes. This is where your intentions are going to be, is to set new intentions on how you can show up in the world and transform these values into something so much greater than yourself. Mars is opposing your ascendant if you are a Capricorn riser. If you are a Capricorn sun, Mars has either opposed your sun or is coming to oppose your sun. So, Capricorn, be cautious. Be cautious, especially when you are in a vehicle, when you are driving. Be cautious with your family and the initiating energy that you bestow upon your mom, your home, your property. Be sure to be cautious and be reserved and on high alert for other vehicles as well, because Mars does rule the body, it rules the vehicle, rules the action that is being taken against you. And it could be taken against you with your work, with your father. There's an opposition that is taking place with you, so be mindful of that. The new moon is going to usher in a whole new paradigm shift. The lunar nodes are going to change. The lunar nodes are going to come down to a 0 degree, and then they are going to go into Pisces and Virgo at a 29 degree, and that 29 degree is critical. So this week, this entire week through the weekend will be critical in how we move forward into a new way of being, both personally and collectively. As the North Node transits in Pisces and the South Node transits in Virgo, this polarity will be all about the analysis of our health, ending belief systems, things that we have always believed will be shattered. The idealism with Pisces is going to be about our oceans, our planet, giving of service. But most importantly, this is going to usher in a new way. We'll be dealing with healthcare and finding alternative medicines for our health rather than relying on the things of the past, whereas it changes our DNA and causes a snowball effect with our immune system. This concludes my astrology forecast. I will definitely be recording more videos that are personalized. And if you want a reading from me, all you got to do is go to the About Me in this video and click on the Stand Store link. That's all you got to do. It's quick and easy. So until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day and week, and I will talk to you very soon. Peace out.